Several Native American tribes lived in Helendale, namely the Mojave and Serrano. It is believed that the first white man to travel through was the Franciscan priest Francisco Garces in 1776. He was exploring a route to the missions of the coast following the Mojave River. The original name for Helendale was Point of Rocks. There were several early trails and roadways through this area of the Mojave Desert, including the Mojave Trail, which was used by the Indians and Father Garces, the Spanish Trail, the Santa Fe Trail, and the Mormon Trail, etc. After Father Garces, Jedediah Smith traveled through Point of Rocks area in 1826 as a fur trapping expedition. In 1844, John C. Fremont and his guide Kit Carson traveled through headed east via the Cajon Pass. During the Mexican-American War in late 1846 and early 1847, the Mormon battalion camped at Point of Rocks on their way to Los Angeles. They were released from the military shortly afterward, and part of the battalion returned to Salt Lake City through Point of Rocks. The first Mormon wagon train traveled through in about 1851. In 1857, Edward Fitzgerald Bale and his camel driver Hyde Jolly brought a family's caravan through the Wilmington for the Camel Corps. After a few years, horse-ridden mail conveyance companies during the 1850s went out of business. The short-lived Pony Express began its service in the early 1860s, and a stone station was built by the river at the Point of Rocks. The stagecoach station at the Point of Rocks was located west of where the railroad tracks were later put down. In 1863, the station was burned by the Paiute Indians in the Shoshone Branch. The Santa Fe Railroad arrived in the 1880s and built the Point of Rocks station, which provided a watering stop for the steam engine locomotives, then moving trains through the high desert. On December 15, 1897, the name was changed to Helen, in honor of Helen A. Wells, born in 1885, daughter of the railroad executive Arthur G. Wells. On September 22, 1918, the name was officially changed to Helendale. Route 66, or National Trails Highway, was paved and officially opened in the Helendale area in 1926. Helendale has a historical marker commemorating the old road that was located 100 yards south of the intersection in Route 66 and Vista Road. Nearby is the World War II Helendale Auxiliary Airfield. In 1969, construction began on two man-made lakes, North Lake and South Lake, covering approximately 277 acres, and a resort community called the Silver Lakes was built at Helendale that opened in the 1970s. This has been a brief history of the community of Helendale. All information gathered from the publicly available Wikipedia page online.